Good morning, everyone. This is a economic lecture. Maka sa tarap po ng ko. Ako sa lecture na sis. Unemployment ni ko. Unemployment to sa microeconomics ki ko ki katen kanukra to baya bayang si such as production possibility curve or frontier ga join out. We'll get to know this ko. Hamadan unemployment sa kayo kan stay sta. Tabak suba pangdabado adubu akoina adubu unemployment high. So unemployment ki magi basis card level to iko. For example akoina akoi se tabak thiba matam je tabak hai se it's organized lo yaw de ni sida de ko. Agriculture sector tabak su employment ko. Ado India ki basis India total population ni yeng wato sigi basis ta tamakado ni unemployment se. Okay, akoina madudi khang haidi agriculture to matam da akoina mateng pang makanda phau thaba matam da ni khangde adagi lok matam da ni yai ba matam da ni khangde employment dum generate to ko employment dum generate to bise masidai sida akoi phangi se matam khara ta ni tha mada sorry chahi mada tha magumba phangba yai tha ni phangba yai will they be termed as employed or unemployed ko tabak matam khar phamudo kon employee ne haidoribra haidoribra chahi dugi karamba basis sinaraga kamain define to durigi habigi sai condition khari daga lei ko conditionality khari daga lei bani maduna akoi unemployment se government in India and then a certain economics has defined the term ko unemployment. We'll get to know this. Unemployment se keno kan people who are capable of working ko and actively seeking work but unable to find work ko ahum thongna khaidoi ko ahamada capable of working si se capable of working se kana buk singdoi no hai se 15 to 59 years as per Indian government ko masi pire actively seeking work who are actively seeking work but unable to find work thau phang da ba kamai na karma basis ta haido no hai se. We'll get to know this ko. This is a piece from the Hindu newspaper currently there. But when periodic labor force survey released in 2017, unemployment rate was 6.1, the highest. That is much lower than before, but the highest. CCCI said they can define this because they have set a certain criteria or standard to determine the unemployment rate. We'll get to know this how this is set ko. How is unemployment defined? I will define how to measure na ko. Total population leni total population lai ko. And then akoi na masi khaidora kani ko working age and then dependence ko. In terms of age only chahi ki basis ta kaktani ko khaido is working age dependence atopa basis ta kem laite special level for special level people or akoi ki skill unskilled labor adu matang da akoi na working age dependence khaidok te ko it's only on the basis of age ya ko adu the population sa working age ka kana businge kan 15 to 59 ching do ni ko most pinapi Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Sinapi in the International Labour Organization 18 to 59 kapi loi khet nei ko country ki organization mai ki working age loi khet nei dependency na kana buching kan below 16 kambu se sina young and dependent ko above 60 kambu sina all independent ko here dependents they might be working but not included in the working age population, but they are not included in the working age population. Are they capable of working? Who are capable of working? 15 to 59 higher age. Magi basis magi okay 15 to 59 ki sigi population si cohort the group of population cohort ka hai ko this cohort will be looking some section will be looking for work. They are known as actively seeking work. 15 to 59 years ki manung duta certain section section khara di they will be looking for work some will not be looking for work ko. Those who are looking for work, they are known as actively seeking work, and they are termed as labor force ko. Labor force hai na hai doi se 15 to 59 fogi age sa labor manungda thabak thiraga labor actively seeking work, they are known as labor force ko. And then they are also known as economically active people, which includes looking for position capable of working in ecosystem. The actively seeking work ki keno nate. Dependency ratio akhoi na khangre madudi working age laini dependency age laini khaidokramni na ne dependency ratio puthoke haragati non working age and working age sumaina keno toroga akhoi na phangma ngami ka dependency ratio sa. Why is this important? Because akhoi demographic dividend kind of tamakini ko maduda akhoi madugi demographic dividend se kamaina reap tawni kamaina magi benefit se phangni hai kan sita sigi mayam sigi basis se lo yengbam change dependency ratio yenga kan ne akhoi gi demographic dividend se high oi kai hai potential le kai na khangma ngami se. So this is dependency ratio layer capable of working si layer. We have learned all this. Labor force participation rate. What is labor force participation rate? It measures the labor force of the population ko. Okay. Say the akhoi labor force am layer. Total population of cohort. Cohort is nga cohort se ko. Labor force ke total population mana divide to matam kai phange kan se akhoi labor force participation rate phangi ko. Akhoi labor force participation rate na kai lokthok pa ya kan total population ki puthok pa ya, that is cohort yauk ta kan ta ko. Adagi dine labor force participation rate graduate men ki section oina puthok pa sai women ki haktai puthok pa sai ba. This is known as akhoi na total population de cohort hai se. Cohort is nothing but sectional division tok throga grouping mang toro ma yeng basa, that are known as cohort ko. Unemployment rate na kamai to kan number of unemployed person versus kasage labor force na divide to, that is known as unemployment rate phangni ko. Measurement of unemployment in India. See kasi measurement of unemployment in India se koi mostly na Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation gi magi makhada tawi mana tawdine bako magi makhada aduga karamba section da tawge kan sita National Statistical Office nam laini degi National Sample Survey Office nam slay sen kaino si ni si mas tawge ka husik pute. This is not very important. Akhoi unemployment measure tawri se NSS o se National Sample Survey Office se sina tawi extrapolation tong ni ko sa. Okay, this is it. Kaya marui dro reason for employment hoi se kai kin hoina akhoni yang banchang ha ba economy level ko. Classical unemployment, Keynesian unemployment, we'll get to know this akhona macro tamakan da si detail tamakani ko. For now it will be very long to understand this. Akhoi aggregate demand and supply karino adagidi akhoi gi circular economy masim ayam se khangbam changa kani duna we'll deal with this later on. Reason specific to economy and time masida akhoi structural, seasonal, frictional, cyclical thokani. Reason specific to a person based study, underemployment, disguised unemployment, voluntary unemployment ko. Isana thabak tawjaro hai kati, that's voluntary unemployment. Underemployment is qualified with the disguised unemployment se marginal productivity is zero. Akhoi na ne low am lai re low sida ne mi manga khak change ko adu nang chasilu re ba nang se yaw thabak se yaw re ba the number of workers that are needed was 5%, but you are there, so it's 6 workers ko. So the productivity is zero of your employment ko. You are just hiding under the ngasai employed oire na ngasai productivity the high to, but that's known as disguised unemployment ko. Marginal productivity of the employment zero ko. We'll get to know this tam akini ko. So what is structural change in defining characters of economy and industry? This is known as structural unemployment ko, defining characters of economy or industry. sise akoi agree base industry am lairam ne service industry da ontagi ba matam da ne agree base da lairam ba khoi gi mi khai do person khai do they will take some time to move to the service sector because they need to learn certain skills about the service that they are going to provide and this shift of economy from certain industry to another industry or from a agree based industry to a more manufacturing based industry OBI ama OBI shift over se structural shift over matam da unemployment thok pa this are known as structural unemployment and then seasonal employment arises due to the nature of the seasonal nature of certain akoi season OBI construction agriculture tourism self explanatory question akoi loktak ta tourism se karam kan yam ke yam matam da employment generate yam torom gani ko yam lakta kan winters ta na khara handrang gani ko likewise unemployment are caused due to seasonality of the job these are known as seasonal employment frictional employment due to inefficiency in the labor market information gap labor to within basically information gap with the for example you are a doctor for example you are serving doctor now you left the job and went for preparation of civil services examination but akoi form thai tha de na ma kau kana thai kai khang da na nang se chahi ma mang re ba that is known as frictional there will be term as frictional unemployment this is it okay we'll start with microeconomics akoi unemployment da ngasai gi khadiwali they would such as akoi gi labor force participation tamatam da usual status employed principal status employed kind of my own ke they will be dealing with this in current affairs okay microeconomics it started with Adam Smith who is known as father of economics mas start akoi na kamai na keno tawge ha mutam sida na give me a second father of economics ni haina khangnai Adam Smith se ngasai ge sida tamdoi se study of human behavior human behavior tam is karamba kano da kamai na tam ge kan sida group to tam ni what is this group human behavior se would be studied in group so if it is studied in group it would be social science so economics is a social science it's studied in group so it's social science because it is studied through a scientific method some key terms such as goods services wants needs resource ko masalo khangre akoina how is the economics classification ko mind to ge se yengase how about the macroeconomics microeconomics positive economics normative economics mari thong lai will understand this macro hai kana na broad perspective telescopic kind of the perspective te yeng ba sa ko macroeconomics and koi macroeconomics has certain akoi ki terms khale moida or let's understand this like this what government conducts that affects the certain population or the entire population that are considered to be under macroeconomics policy microeconomics study individual perspective such as if I want to buy certain goods and commodities that would be considered to be microeconomics it is microscopic and then positive economics normative economics ani leni sisa positive sina kaino consider it describes and explains or predicts economic events statement of facts verifiable kaino hai consider na we'll get to know this. Okay, positive economic study statement of facts such as unemployment rate in India is 5%. This is verifiable, right? Unemployment rate is 5%. We could do a new survey, or we could look into the data and find the shortcomings of the collection of the data and say that no, it's not 5%, it's 9%, it's 6%. It's minor argument of where it's verifiable. This is known as positive economics. Statements that are based on facts. Yeah, such as unemployment rate in India is 5%. For example, normative good, bad. Is it good or bad? What is to be done? What ought to be done? Or what is to be done? Normative economics. It is nothing but statement of opinion. Opinion based and it is not verifiable, such as government should focus on unemployment. This is the statement of verifiable facts. Positive economics hari unemployment rate in India is 5%. What does normative economics say? Government should focus on unemployment and should generate employment to address this issue. This is known as normative economics and positive economics. And then we have the actors in microeconomics. What are the actors in microeconomics, and what is this rational economic thinking? Microeconomics is children and consumers and producers. These two make up market and market is everything. That is economics. Market everything will happen in economics in the market. So this consumer and producer make up market, and the market is the basis for demand, supply, elasticity, and that will be based on market. Okay, yeah, consumer economics economics certain assumption that everyone is rational. High big basis economics everyone is rational in study of economics, considered to be rational. Consumers and a consumer, what consumer wants in his rational choice, maximize utility at lowest cost. Utility is a kind of in economics. This is satisfaction or happiness. Satisfaction of happiness, utility, and so to maximize utility at lowest cost. Then consumer manang na poche malay wetam na tabio. Masip tangmali tabio kana yam hong na lay na bhot na dro. You try to bring down the price that the producer or the seller was asking. That is known as to maximize utility at lowest cost. So what will producers do? They'll try to maximize profit, obviously. Profit this is also kind of a conflict. Children and conflict set. This will be dealt by government, which is considered to be parent of economics. They'll try to fix an equilibrium point. Equilibrium set. Area set. This the responsibility is left with the government. There are certain ways that are being dealt with by microeconomics the government intervention delay even without the government intervention, invisible hand and laissez-faire invisible hand. What is this? Leave the market alone without any intervention. Market will itself act rational. This is given by Adam Smith. Smiling. So we'll start with free and economic goods. What are free versus economic good. Free goods in a kind of economic goods in a kind of free goods in a net. They are not scarce. It has zero opportunity cost, such as sunlight, air. The handing is a kind of consider nusa yai have them the nung pesa tea bro tea deco. Adagidi nung kaidare mas scarce over oi deco. If say opportunity cost the sing in bo. Opportunity cost comes if the resource is scarce. It is not scarce, so there will be zero opportunity cost. Their term is free economic goods such as sunlight, air, gumba, which are very kind of say like bakanda haitare. Like scarce so gadi. Economic good oideniko. Economic goods are those goods which are either itself is a scarce resource such as land, oil, metals. They are scarce resource in itself, or the produce from the scarce resource, or such as wheat or by cars or by apple juice or by they are scarce resource. With this side, they will have no opportunity cost. So what is free goods and free versus free of charge good? Free goods na say zero opportunity cost level kambu do sunlight kumba air adai mayam ko si lege. And then free of charge goods, free of charge, free the pang pot. Adu bunne charge samne kana nom thi di hai paisa di kana nom thi di dum nang on the free the pang ya hai kumba tu ne ko. Adu free of charge good. Who are buying this or who are providing this good? The government are providing. For example, free electricity. Ahoy Manipuri the pang de Delhi the maram toro money free electricity kan. I don't know. I don't think it's free. It was subsidized. Okay, but akoy na free electricity lo matam da opportunity cost khar legadra na question like arise. For example, free of charge. Government provide goods. Free electricity provide to we got. See the opportunity cost like is they use scarce resource of natural resources. And there's an opportunity cost. How is this? We'll go to know this. Taxpayer government government is not an entity, so they don't have money. Taxpayers money do if they are just a guardian of our money. So the government uses the money, uses certain factors of production to construct power stations, distribution lines, and then they give electricity. It certain factors of production di chang ro masi puto matam da people gi tax tagi akoi na man paisa so chang dro, but we get it for free that's another thing. These are known as free of charge good free of charge goods is the forest, wildlife, rivers, lakes. This one free of charge but they have an opportunity cost and they are also scarce. Moi se akhoi na common pool resource ko khangne ko akhoi forest, wildlife, rivers, lakes akhoi na ne overuse to matam da sustainability problem tholakani ko. This is known as akhoi gi free of charge goods ko yare. I think we get to know this. Okay, LTMU. This is very important. The law of diminishing marginal utility. Utility is kind of hungry satisfaction or happiness in economics. Law of diminishing marginal utility na kind of consider state that a person consumes unit of goods or services. Additional satisfaction or utility that they get from each new unit decreases. See explain to okay ko. See possible. Use another this one. As I was grab to total utility share kan ko. Okay. See that. Tama. Yang asiko. law of diminishing marginal utility se karino hai kansita ista magi marginal hai se economics ta kaino hai kansita is nothing but plus 1 ko marginal in economics is nothing but plus 1 to slope ko dokon marginal and high ko for example apple hai nang se cha am lama me you are very hungry ko and you are given 1 unit of apple of pire hamada ahanba apple sa nang chare cha am matam nang chare ko chawa matam sida what do you get? You get certain utility, you get certain satisfaction or happiness. First apple sa si chawa matam dana utility can also yang bagi methodology like that, but this is such for just for representation ko you get 25 utility. Okay, and then second apple on period you consume the second apple at point B ko how much do you get this? Okay, around 19 unit pang of utility or happiness pang ko. Okay, and then you are given another apple 3 then in 12 utility hanam 100 tro sai 25 pang accommodation tam 100 tro adai apple mari charak padade nang sa just around 5 utility ko pangre and then you are given a 5 apple sida ka tawra marginal utility is 0 adai din taruk pirok padade nang sauni ngak le kari na pak pisile ai chaning dre na utility is 100 tro so this decrease of utility on the marginal increase of consumption of certain goods, this is known as law of diminishing marginal utility ko. I think you got diminishing marginal utility high for every additional good that you consume. Additional goods means marginal ko. There is a decrease in the utility from a certain point ko. This is known as law of diminishing marginal utility. Okay. Masih later we'll get to know about the basic economic problem ko. Basic economic problem is a problem akong kaktoy economics tamo da ko. What to produce and how to produce. How much to produce? What and how much to produce? Kari puthoktai no kayam puthoktai no high big question ama scarce resource na mixing of scarce resources everywhere. This concept should be everywhere ko. Scarce resource is there in economic problem, unlimited wants and needs of the people. That problem ko adu economic problem, the basic economic problem going. How do we answer this? So masi se segregate on what and how much to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. See, basic economic problem first one, allocation of scarce resource. How do we allocate the scarce resource to which sector? That is known as allocation of scarce resource. And then how to produce, what methods of production should we use? It should be labor intensive or capital intensive or questions. These are the questions and answers that we need to answer the basic economic problem. And then for whom to produce. Distribution of output. These are known as for whom to produce distribution output. This can be price and non-price. Price is a mechanism in economics that determine for whom to produce and how it is distributed. For example, phone puthoy MI phone malay puthoy mo na MI phone del pala siya kaya 50k. This is itself is a distribution process. You can, if people don't have 50,000 rupees per hand, they cannot buy the phone. So this is a way to distribute the output. And on price also there are certain methodologies. There are two ways to answer the basic economic problem: market method, which is known as free market, and command method, which is planned economy. Resource owned by private individual who make economic decisions based on the market. Resource owned by government which make decision on the basic command. Since in a government intervention this is known as market and method and command method. Market economy and command economy learning. Later pricing and price rationing system learning economic decision making okay. And then we'll get to know what mixed economy. Mixed economy is a blend of command and market economy. Everywhere on the planet Earth, 99% of the economy are mixed economy. You read this. I don't think I need to explain this. Factors of production. Factors of production. Four factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Okay, we'll be specific today. Land is in grammatical sense, in economic sense. What constitutes the land? Land itself what grows on the land? Found underwater, ocean and then pond whatever found, such as fishes that are considered to be from the land in economics, in or under sea. Samudra manungdagi nangna thau lokthokpa or gold or metals, it will be considered to be from the land in economics. Cultivated materials, basic raw materials, these are land in economics. All natural resources used in production, not limited to physical land. Factors of production. First factor, there is land, which include all this. Includes gold, coal, wheat, rice, they found on undersea, such as forest, minerals, resources found in or under the sea. All reserves land certain goods, certain pangbosa. Magi return the they are given rain. Okay. Labor. Labor is constitute human work, physical work, intellectual work, human factor of production. This is nothing but human factors of production. The physical intellectual effort of individual contribute to production. These are known as labor. It ranges from manual labor, example waiters, to intellectual work such as engineers and artists. Human factor of production involving both physical and mental contribution. In return, they are given wages. And then capital. This is the most confusing one. Tools, technologies, machinery, not money. Money capital. Factors of production capital is the money equipments. Capital, what is this capital? Capital is nothing but which increases the productivity of land and labor. Land and labor ki productivity increase the this is known as capital. Tools, machinery and buildings used to produce goods and services, not money. Here is the includes machinery, tools, equipment, buildings used to in the production process help increase the productivity of labor and land. See, I have explained this. In return, they are given interest. So what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is nothing but innovation and creativity, management, organizing the three factors, taking a business risks. They are known as entrepreneurs. They will earn profit. The ability to innovate and manage land, labor, capital to create goods and services involves taking risks, decision making, resource management, drives economic growth and combines other factors of production. They earn profit. Okay. And then we'll get to know what capital in broad sense. Capital is a broad sense saying there are many capitals such as physical capital, human capital, natural capital, financial capital, social capital. I am saying social capital because this was asked in preliminary examination in 2019. Social capital hise kai no kan sida harmony, trust, brotherhood masid lairaga dine. These are known as social capital. Okay, si ahamada kai no se capital se kamaina kai no to ge broad sense yang matam nan anything that generate future stream of benefit phangbargadi that known as capital ko. And then we have social capital to deal togre here. Today we'll be dealing last topic, production possibility curve. What is production possibility curve? Is nothing but maximum combination of goods and services that can be produced by an economy in fixed time, all resources being efficiently and fully utilized. State of technology is fixed. Sikari no I can't stop. Example ang pick ko. See the graph here later me. Under this itself will do. Okay. For example, ako yung person X have Y have later. Ito yung ako yung example ng terus. Likla sila kang ni company ni ko. So, Likla sila they have 20 employees. 20 employees like ko. Ako yung hujik sa Diwali ningon sa kong matam ni ko. Diwali ningon sa kong matam si gula yang punay ko. Gula, and then ako yung gulaga rasgula has ani mana let's go. Sina white gulado. And then okay, this is it. The graph later. Ito na ako yung gula has. Ito na rasgula has. Okay. Ito na 20 units. Here 20 units. 20 units is a kind of concept. Assuming ko 20 employees each person can produce one rasgulla or one gula per day. No madane either gula ama or rasgulla ama employee man share bagam ko. On that basis ko ako na si 20 set to ni ko maximum possibilities 20 later ako my tours. Ito 20 ko. This will be better representation. 20 later ado bu nga saigi possibilities khara dilay ni ko. What are the possibilities? Saigi likla company sila na. You do one thing. Na saigi ako gula se kaya sitre. Aduna na rasgula se trauma puto. Adagi gula se mga kaksemo. But nga sa total output se templo mo maximum output se 20 ne ko. Still they are producing 20 output. Ko di ko. Ako aham nga sa higi se kadawa. 15 rasgulas ko. For example, sige points to din ko. Here gula da mga atagi 15 kaino sa rasgula ko. Sida na 0 rasgula 0 gula 20 rasgulas 20 rasgulas mana atagi sida na 7 ready 7 8 9 10 12 13 with the right mana sige possibilities mayam later kani ko adagi di tara mana puthok pa yabage this maximum akoigi output of ngasai production that can be done when represented in a graph. This is known as production possibility curve. CG curves. This is not a production possibility curve. The maximum output is not compromised, but the certain combinations such as 20 rasgulla puthoaga 0 gula puthoasu 20 di puthoiko sidasu manga puthoi ani traunga still 20, here also still 20, here also still 20. This is maximum output, but the possibilities that could be derived while playing with the numbers in between the producers that are producing. These are known as maximum production possibility curve. Production possibility curve is seasoning. Okay, we'll get to know this thing better tomorrow. Either today or tomorrow I'll be uploading a lecture microeconomics ki production possibility curves kaino the elasticity of certain goods and services tamgani ko bevelin goods kana adagi inferior goods wara inferior goods mayam ama tamakani adagi the after this we'll get to know macroeconomics tamakani macroeconomics the aggregate demand supply. Everything in economics is determined by demand and supply. Okay, we'll end the lecture to here today. We'll be continuing with microeconomics either today or tomorrow.